Hello talkers, this is Ruth Finney with today's Talk Inspired Practice. I know that it can be pretty nerve-wracking to talk to people about God, especially in this day where people want to look at you like you're possessed or in a part of a cult or something. One reason is because people just aren't into hearing about having some discipline, some structure, or even a father figure in their lives. In fact, they'd rather believe in just about anything over an all-powerful creator God. But yet everyone is looking for hope, peace, and purpose, and unconditional love. But I don't judge, because I've learned that if you're not in relationship with him, he can feel very foreign and distant, or even mythological and imaginary. Not because he doesn't exist, but because they can't see him and they're unable to recognize him. And that's why it's important that we as believers talk about him. And one of the easiest and most non-invasive ways that I've found to share God is to just share what he's done for me. Something I've learned is that believers will hesitate to share the good that he's done in our lives because we don't want to face rejection. Or it could be that we're really on the fence about it. Because maybe I recognize that there's something out there working in my life because I see some things happening, but we're afraid to call it God. Listen, the power of God moves through people because he lives within us. And we know this because John 14:20 tells us that on that day, you will recognize that I am in my Father and you are in me and I am in you. So we have more power living within us than we even know how to utilize. And that power is activated by our words. And there is no greater way to utilize that power than when we share it through the words of our testimony. But how do we give a testimony without it sounding all churchy? Well, here's what has worked for me, and I will share it with you. We start with the then, saying all the things we used to do back in the day when we were out there just doing and saying everything that we felt like doing and saying. Then we talk about where we are now. Now I'm doing this and experiencing these kinds of things in my life. Share how full our lives are. Not perfect, just better. Then share the how. This is when that all-powerful but God statement comes in, and we tell them how our lives has changed since we've not only allowed God into our lives, but made him Lord over our lives. Now, don't get too caught up in spending too much time in all the things that you used to do, because the power is in the but God. So just share your story, and the Holy Spirit will do the rest. If you can relate, become a talker and subscribe to UCANTALK and check out my tips and classes, or click that bell and come chat with me on a live session and learn more ways that you can talk your way to the healthier relationships that you desire and you deserve. Until next time, be the light.